Ba-dum bum ba-dum. Zabadim babadum. Bum-ba-dum ba-dum ba-da-dum. Ba-da-bum bum ba-dum bum ba-dum ba-dum bum ba-dee-dum. Bum ba dum dum. Oh, I think we are good. I think we are all set and ready to go. Hello, travelers of the internet. Welcome back to Guardian Studios, or if you are new to the channel, hey there and welcome to you. My name is JGuard01, and I am your host, your guide, and your humble bard into the worlds virtual and fantastical. And I am very pleased to welcome you all back to the channel, or in the case of the newcomers, welcome you fresh to the Guardian Studios experience. Haha. Oh, we are back again in the world of Gyros, my friends, where we have a lot of work to do. So, here's hoping we can get a good amount of it done. Starting with the namesake focus of the session, the crash pads. Hey there, Ellison. Yep, Ellison, the chicken jockey Hamilton, has returned to the chat. Good to see you again. Always happy to have you along for the ride. Hope you are doing well today, and hope the same for everybody else who is watching live and otherwise. It is good to see everybody. Good to have everybody along. Hope everybody is doing well. Apparently, I left all the stuff for the building the crash pads down here. Not entirely surprised, but at the same time a little unsure why I did that. Well, let's grab the stuff we need. We are going to need a lot more of all these materials. We're going to need a bunch of spruce, which thankfully we already have. We're going to need a lot of dark oak, because, I mean, dark oak logs, dark oak slabs, stairs. We're going to need spruce for these bits. We're also going to need some wool, come to think of it, so we'll have to take care of that as well, but I see no problem with taking care of that. I see no potential issues there. But I want to go get the materials we need first. I want to make sure we've got more than we need for the project, and then we'll get busy. Thank you, Ellison. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate your compliments. I really, really do. Okay, yeah, let's go get what we need. Main thing I want to make sure we have enough of is oak wood, because we go through oak pretty fast. Oh! We may actually not need to go get any more for right now. We've got... Wow, we've got so much of the materials that we were going to go gather. Huh. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit in shock. I didn't realize I had that much of everything. Wow. The only thing I might need to go farm would be birch trees. So let's go plant some. Let's go make sure there are some planted so that we have the ability to get a bunch. Oh. Oh, we already have a bunch planted. Okay. Wow. Okay. Future-proofing. That's what I've been doing, apparently, and I didn't even realize how much of it I was doing. Holy cow. Holy cow. There's a lot of birch sapling work going on up here. Whoa. See, this is what happens when you end up stuck down in the mines for a while, working on that stuff. You end up forgetting what you have going on the surface. That is awesome. Honestly, that is very awesome. To find out that we already have all of that taken care of. I was not expecting that. I may have to harvest the honeycomb from these beehives real quick. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and do that because otherwise they're not going to give us any more honey than what they already have in them. So, pop that apart. Scoop up the comb. Oh yeah, it is. It is. You have to get very fortunate about the spawns and have not gotten one from wherever you're traveling in at the time. Yeah, I totally agree. It is a pain to get new ones. Um, do I have furnaces in here? No, wait. I should do my cooking of any wood down in the underground. I should do it down below in the first crash pad. That way, as we're digging and building down there, we don't have to worry about if it's going to actually be loaded in or not. That just occurred to me. Because I need more charcoal. I'm running out of charcoal. So, boop. Wait, no. No, 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 no. You go there. Okay, let's grab that, put that there, put that in there. Nice thing is, we've got so much charcoal on us, we can just pop it in. Nope. We can pop it in, pop in the logs, pop the charcoal out, pop it in, pop that out, rinse and repeat until we've got all the wood burning that we need burning. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay. Dagnabbit. Here, put a couple of sticks in there to make sure that cooks. Gotta make sure that cooks all the way through. There we go. Alright. Now all our charcoal is cooking. The lighting in these down here is kind of weird. Don't worry, Ellison. You'll get another one. I am certain of it. Might take a little bit, but you'll find another one. Alright, so I gotta remember, this is a 2-block entrance, and then the interior of these rooms is 9 by 9. Not when you count in these blocks here. So let's go down a layer and we'll dig that out in the next space here. Ugh, diorite. On one hand, I am disgusted that we're having to mine this stuff with a good pick. On the other hand, we probably won't ever use this diorite for anything, so eventually we can very easily just toss it all out, like the garbage that it is. So that'll be a little less diorite down here to have to deal with. Might have to craft another one. Another one what? Another ghast? Or are you talking about another pick? In my case. I want to make sure I know what you're talking about. I'm assuming you're talking about another dried ghast. In which case, yeah, probably. The happy ghast, yeah. Yeah, you might have to. In order to be able to get a new one, you may have no choice. Which is understandably frustrating. That, to me, is understandably frustrating. Because consider how I got mine. I had to get a bunch of gas tiers. Do you have any idea how frustrating that is? I don't know how you got your happy ghast. That's why I'm asking. Do you have any idea how frustrating that is? Because it sure ain't fun. Not by a long freaking shot. In fact, it's probably one of the most frustrating recipes to have to work with, since you have no choice but to farm ghasts. What really makes it suck is that here in Bedrock Edition, we don't have any way of doing that efficiently. At least, not as far as I've seen. Put a chest here for the moment to store all these items. I actually don't need as much spruce as I thought I did now that I stop and really think about it. It's mainly the dark oak that I'm going to need a lot of. Go ghast hunting. Yup. Yup. And ain't that just a pain in the neck? Ain't that a kick in the head? Ghast hunting is so frustrating and tiresome. One, two, three, 4, 5. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold up. Am I doing this right? Entrance, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, I'm doing it right, I think. Whee! Splish! One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm doing it right. I just forgot to make sure I had blocks in a certain spot. That's what it is. There we go. Uh-oh. There goes Ellison, blowing things up. Oh, there once was a ship that put to sea. The name of the ship was the Billy O.T. The wind blew up about him, down below my bully boys blow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. She'd not been 2 weeks from shore when down on her away whale bore. The captain called all hands and swore he'd take the whale in tow. Ba-bum, ba-bum. Hmm. There we go. Hey, Allison's phasing through the ground again. That's kind of funny. Oh, flipper doodle, are you kidding me? There we go. That there, and grab this. Now we put in the ceiling. Oh, well, I need more. By the by, if anybody out there is watching but not chatting, hey, don't be shy. Feel free to chat if you wanna. If you don't wanna, that's fine. That's fine. I understand. But I do encourage you to chat if you have anything you might like to say, or any questions that you may want to ask. If I can answer them, I will answer. Wait a minute. That's not how I did it down up above, is it? Going up. Nope, that's not how I did it in this one. Alright, well, I know how I did it now, so I need to go fix it. Geronimo! Oh, alright. Hey, if you can keep my stream on in the background, I appreciate that. If not, I understand. I understand. Still would be cool if you could, though. Alright, let's see. Boop! Bop! Beep! up. There we go. And now for the floor and entrance. Scoop all that up, put in a few planks there, and now we fill in the floor. Did I just make the right planks? No, I did not. There we go. Perfect. Well, I just saw what you said about the stream, Ellison. I'm glad to hear it. I appreciate your support, my friend. Very good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There once was a ship that put to sea. The name of the ship was the Billy O.T. The wind blew up about him, down below my bully boys blow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. She'd not been 2 weeks from shore when down on her away whale bore. The captain called all hands and swore he'd take the whale in tow. Well, soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Oh, wait a minute. That's iron. Give me that iron. I keep losing track of my singing, but that's because I'm focused in on getting some progress going on these crash pad rooms. Dark oak logs. Za bum 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 bum. Excellent. That sounds like a wandering trader is being attacked by some zombies. And the wandering trader just died. Sucks to be him. But better him than me, I say. Yeah. Pop 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 boom. Uh-oh. Thunderstorm. Not good. Alright, it's time to go up. Time to go up to the surface. But first, dump some junk in here. Whoop, not the coal. The coal ore we want to take with us. Whoop, don't want to leave that behind either. Okay. Yep. Oh. I'm a little stressed because thunderstorms mean more monsters. Not to mention, there's a risk of anything that's wooden being set on fire. We don't want that to happen. I don't think it can happen to anything that I've built up, but I don't want to take that chance. Run. Run. Hey, Leo! Sorry I didn't see your message sooner, my man. Good to see ya. Glad you can make it to the stream. Oh my gosh, I am hearing so much thunder. I am hearing so much thunder in-game. It is scary. Oh boy. Thank goodness. I see no sign of anything having caught on fire from the thunderstorm. I am going to need more dark oak logs. Let's go chop them up. Thank you very much, Leo. Thank you. This is just the third of 3 bases that I've built, though. This is... Honestly, I think this might be the prettiest one that I've made. Building the nicest balance of functionality and appealing design. You think so, Leo? Huh. Well, here's hoping I continue to maintain that feel. I've heard very briefly that that was a very well-liked world. People liked seeing it. People enjoyed it. If my world is comparable in any capacity, then I'm doing my job, and I'm doing it well. Nice. That's a lot of dark oak. And in the words of a Super Mario, it's just what I needed. Woohoo! Yeah, I can do the Mario voice still. I still enjoy doing it. I just haven't done it in a while, that's all. There he is. Here he comes. Got him! Did he drop any ender pearls? Nope, just a grass block. That's okay. I can always use some more grass blocks. Hello, Ozzy. That in there, those in there. Doing pretty good as far as resources are concerned. We got pretty much all the resource issues we could have ever had already covered. The only thing that still concerns me is we are going to need to get some more birch soon. So hopefully our birch trees grow. If there was a way, pardon me, to make them grow faster and force them to be the taller birch trees, I would do that in a heartbeat. No, splish. Whoops. Well, snap. Go. Oh, I need to stretch. Pardon me a moment, guys, while I stand up and stretch for a minute. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's better. I actually needed that more than I realized I did. Oh. Whew. Alright. Let's see. So, that crash pad is done. Okay, here's the main floor. Go down. This crash pad is definitely done. Down again. This crash pad needs furnaces. Now, the one above us, all the crash pads are going to need beds, but we have to get wool for that. And it's not exactly a priority to get all the wool we would need, so we can work on that later. Whoops! That is the wrong freaking pick. Wait, so I had the pickaxes swapped. Oh my gosh, I feel like I had the pickaxes swapped the whole time. There we go. Alright, put that back. I'll actually bring that back out, because I'm going to need that for the next layer down. Because now it's time to do the setup for the next layer down. Yep, see? One, two, three, four, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Oh yeah? You were, Leo? How was the stream? Was the stream good? Was it entertaining? Was it fun? What's he been up to with the stream? Was he working on his London world? Hey, what's up, Ellison? You ask us what, and I ask what. Just as if I have no idea what it could be. Yep, there it is. Ellison, the chicken jockey, Hamilton, strikes again. Check it out! Say what? Was he, Leo? Was he? So what, he was trying to recreate it? How you doing, Ryan? Doing alright? I sure hope so. I hope you've been doing good, my man. Boing! Boing! Okay, okay. Cool. Go up again. Oh yeah, charcoal. That's what I'm going up for. I need to go up to the top layer of the mine to get my charcoal out of the furnace. Furnaces. What I'm doing today, Ryan, is working some more on the Grand Hobbit Mine. Specifically, I'm working on these rooms. The crash pads. Basically, the idea is that if a lot of people decided to, when this world goes public, which it will eventually be available to the public for people to download, if people decided to make this place their base, and they go mining, if, say, there's still somebody up on the surface who ends up needing them to sleep, like to get the night to skip or to skip a thunderstorm, they can rush back to one of these crash pads and jump in the beds that'll be inside. And it will also come with storage for them to be able to put away anything that they mine that they don't want to be carrying at the time. Like, say, excess stone. Or in the case of the lower levels, deep slate. I'm just trying to make these crash pad rooms as somewhere where people can get those necessities. Not to mention have an ender chest. Because one of the things I try to make sure of is that any base I build has all the essentials covered. Food, storage, somewhere to sleep. Even the ones where I'm going as much for style as I am for function. I try to make sure that everything is accounted for. Alright, now we need the chests. And that's what I brought all the spruce for. Because I knew I was going to need a bunch to do the chests. Spruce is a very easy wood to get a lot of, so I figure we'll use that for getting the chests crafted for all these crash pads and all our other storage needs that require chests. So, here's something that you guys may or may not have heard of. If you looked back at the old previews, the old mob vote previews of the different mobs that we almost got, remember how I said before the Copper Golem was a contestant in that? It went up against, I think it was the LA, to determine if it was going to become part of the game. Well, it might have been the LA, it might have been something else. But the Copper Golem had a feature where, if it oxidized fully, it would become completely immobile. Well, they've brought that back. Apparently the latest previews and betas have it set up so that the Copper Golem can oxidize and then become completely and utterly immobile. And it basically becomes a statue. A statue that you can pose and pick up and move. Quite fascinating that they decided to bring that back. But for anybody who's wondering, yes, you can wax a Copper Golem with the honeycomb item to make so that it doesn't change, to make so that it permanently stays a Copper Golem. You can also do that with a Copper Golem statue so that it doesn't oxidize either. So if you want a specific color of the Copper Golem statue, you can set that up easily and have the specific color of Copper Golem you want without any issue. It's a very awesome feature, in my opinion. I'm glad they decided to make it a thing. I was wondering if they were going to, but on one hand I kinda doubted it. On the other, I'm glad that they've brought it back, because it was a cool feature. And I'm glad the Copper Golem in general is just coming back, because it was... honestly, it was one of the major mobs that I was actually really interested to see be implemented one day. And the fact that we're actually getting it, and that it's actually going to be fully fleshed out and usable, and basically will supplement sorting systems, those big, massive redstone sorting machines that people usually have to build. That, to me, is actually really good, because that is a difficult machine to build. It takes a ton of resources. If you can just have a few copper golems and some copper chests, sorting all your stuff out, and the only thing you need to make sure that it stays running forever efficiently is honeycomb, that is a very worthwhile investment in copper. We've also got another new item coming in the next update now. It's basically... it's the item shelf. You know how we've got the chiseled bookshelf now, right? And that can hold a limited number of books. Well, we are going to be getting the item shelf. Which, if you don't know what it is, if you haven't seen it yet, it's basically a vertical slab on which you can place up to 3 items. And it can be a stack of items in each of the 3 slots. So, I could put in my pork chops, my torches, and my pickaxe, and the item shelf would be able to hold it. And then you could swap that item out with whatever's currently in your hand. Or, if you power it with redstone, you can make it swap up to a full hotbar. So I could have a hotbar, I could have 3 item shelves here, 3 item shelves here. One is set up with gear suitable for going to the nether. One is set up for gear specifically for traveling around fast. I could swap, and boom, have whatever items are on those sets of item shelves. Super efficient and very, very cool. And I'm looking forward to seeing it properly implemented. Ah. Okay, this is the 0 layer. This is where I'm not as sure if we're going to bother with the crash pad. I want to because that's something we've been doing. But the problem is, this layer, we had to build the enclosure of this hub. This hub that we've been doing on each layer, every so far down, we had to build it on this layer instead of digging it out. So we would have to build the same... We'd have to build the perimeter of the crash pad back here. And we'd have to be dealing with mobs as we were doing so. I'm not sure I want to have to deal with that. But at the same time, if I don't do it, then that'll be an inconsistency along my build. And I don't like that. I wanted to make sure we had crash pads on each layer. I don't want any of the layers to not have crash pads. It may be something that we have to come back to. Thankfully, we've got all 4 of the layers above this one all set up. They are all fully fleshed out, prepped out, and ready to go. However, this layer does not currently have its water vader properly operational. We need to fix that. Let's head up to where we can work on it. Stuff is not in there. You know what? I think for now I'm going to dump everything that we don't need for this in here. We're going to dump the stuff that we would need for the crash pads in this layer. Except for the logs. Any logs I'm going to hold on to. And the lanterns and chests. I'll hold on to those too. Nope. Okay. Whoop. Pretty sure they're all in the chest on the top layer. And... oh, no, it's not. Oh, I know where it is. It's up in the storage room. It's up in the storeroom in the Hobbit hole. I stuck it all in there for safekeeping. because I wasn't sure where the items I actually needed were. That's what it was. Okay, we need a block. We need a couple of blocks of dirt. There we go. I'm definitely gonna end up needing to get some more soul sand at some point, unfortunately. Alright, let's see here. Gonna need to get out the signs too. Nice. Woo! Oh, I love that. Alright, I do think that we're gonna have to shape the outer wall of this crash pad, and that's going to take a bit of irritating effort because we're going to be dealing with a lot of mobs when we go to do that. So I think that may have to do it for this session, everybody. As much as I would love to continue working on these crash pads right now, I do think I need to save this one for next time. So, we know exactly what we're going to be doing with the next session. And we've gotten four crash pads, all prepped up throughout the upper layers of the mine. Now we start on the lower levels, including heading all the way down to the diamond layer. That's going to be interesting. But for right now, everybody, I'm going to go ahead and say thank you all ever so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream. If you did, please be sure to leave likes and comments. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. Check out the About page for links to other pages with more content from yours truly, as well as other ways to help support the channel. Share the channel with your friends if you think they might enjoy the channel's content as well. And, of course, do not forget to smack that notification bell so that you don't miss the next stream or video. That all being said, thank you again for watching. I am JGardo1, your guide, bard, and humble host into the world's virtual and fantastical, and I'll see you all next time, right here on Guardian Studios. Bye!